Yesterday, Joe Biden came to Michigan to pose for photos at the picket line. But it's his policies that send Michigan auto workers to the unemployment line. He only came after I announced that I would be here. You know, he announced quite a bit later. Spoke for a few seconds. Did you notice he spoke for what, a few seconds? And he had absolutely no idea what he was saying.
That was former President Donald Trump bashing President Biden for his trip to Michigan in a speech to non-union auto workers last night, coming as Trump has accused the Biden administration of implementing policies that led to this strike. Nathan Stemple is the president of Drake Enterprises in Clinton Township, Michigan, where Trump gave a speech last night. Nathan, we carried it in its entirety here on Newsmax. We were able to see it, able to listen to it. I'm curious to know what it was like to be there. There were also moments where it was said that many were outside of the building itself. Is any of that correct? And what did you make of the speech?
First off, Emma and Sean, thank you for having me on. Yes, that is correct. There were tens of thousands of people outside of the rally, all up and down our street, all up and down the adjoining streets. The speech, the whole experience was just 1 in 10 lifetimes for us. I mean, it was the non-union, the union people just coming together, banning, all with the common goal of supporting President Trump and proving that the American dream is still alive and that we still can get there. So it was just an awesome experience.
Yeah, he was able to draw a crowd of people who were passionate to hear what, again, the former president had to say. But not everyone was in attendance, including the president of the UAW, Shawn Fain. Here's what he had to say about Donald Trump. Let's listen.
I see no point in meeting with him because I don't think the man has any bit of care about what our workers stand for, what the working class stands for. He serves a billionaire class, and that's what's wrong with this country.
Nathan, could you comment on that? And then also maybe describe for our viewers union leaders versus union members. Do they view these conversations and negotiations a bit differently?
Well, I spoke with several union members last night, and I have a few union members that are friends. And I do believe that the views are quite different. You know, most of the working people they want to work. They want to provide for their family. They want to prosper. As far as Trump's remarks, I mean, it was spot on. Everything was spot on. I had conversations with him on the plant floor, and it was like he understood what I was thinking, what I was feeling, what I was, experiencing at the plant level.
And one of those things that he touched on, and there were quite a bit of things that he touched on, but electric vehicles, and I wanted to get to that with you. Our own John Bachman caught up with the president after the speech. Trump offered up some advice for the auto workers. Here's this moment.
Well, they have to hope that the electrical vehicle, if you look at the mandate, it's just a disaster. And that'll put the American auto worker out of business entirely. You won't have any auto workers at all. I told him, you can make a good deal on your hourly wage. I hear they're negotiating primarily hourly wage. You're not going to have any jobs in 2 years because it's not sustainable. It's a disaster.
Nathan, listening to Trump, does he have a point about electric vehicles, mandates, about corporations having to produce them by a certain date? This is from the U.S. government, this new policy put in place. Can you touch on that a little more?
Yeah. It's always scary when, technology is being pushed by the government and it's not being pushed by consumers. And that's what's happening here. Again, we're talking at engineers and plant program managers and things, within the big three, and the infrastructure's not there, the technology's not there, but yet all this money is being dumped into these programs. And it just isn't successful. It's being pushed way too fast, and it is potential to decimate the automotive industry here in the U.S. if it continues that way.
All right, we'll have to leave it right there. Nathan Stemple, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate your insight.